Madiha, and I am originally from Afghanistan, but I've lived here since I was 3 years old. And right now I'm actually studying in this building, majoring in English. And this is my sister.
My name is Madina, and I am 22 years old. You guys are maybe wondering why I look like this. It's my bachelorette party. To be honest, this is not something in our culture normally. We're from Afghanistan originally, as I have mentioned. But I think we're very globalized people.
Yes,
we have taken this this
We
cultural
take all the
phenomenon
nice traditions from
everything
culture.
we want. It's a nice mixture. It's the best from both worlds.
Yes.
Besides being a bride-to-be or becoming a bride, I am majoring in political science.
Fourth semester.
Fourth semester.
And same here. Then I have after my fifth semester. Yes, actually I'm quite active in all sorts of associations as well here at campus. So I'm trying to engage myself in stuff like that, but also another association which is actually transferring over to an organization in the near future, which is called From Street to School. Our prime goal there is to support children in Afghanistan to
get to school.
Yeah, basically
pay for their education.
Children from street, get them to school. That was really important for me to not just be so privileged to that our parents made all these sacrifices to bring us here, and then just forget about where you're from.
People that don't
Even
have the
though
same
I regard Denmark as my home, but we see the news and we see how children, they're always the victims of things that they are in no way
victims of war, right?
Yeah, exactly. So education for me is really, really important. That's key. When you're investing in people's education, you're investing in the future. The progression, I would say, of society. How well society is doing.
What made you ladies want to go to university?
That was the only natural thing to do, and also in my family, education is really highly prioritized, and it's been so from day one. And that's actually also one of the reasons why my parents made the sacrifice of leaving their life and
their country.
leaving their country and their education, their degrees, because they also took degrees. And
my
was
father,
my dad on his way to a PhD?
Yeah, he was a professor, teaching at both universities in Iran and in Afghanistan.
At a very young age as well.
But he also worked in embassies, the American embassy. So he was like an enemy for then government that was in Afghanistan, right? And my mom, she taught at a college. So education has always been a very firm matter in our upbringing.
And they left all that because of us. So the only right thing to do would be to be first and foremost very appreciative of that, and not just because that's what we
have been taught.
Yes, but that's also
something we've realized,
our own
right?
priorities. Thankfully.
My sister here, she has chosen something that she's passionate of. I have too.
You did too.
In some sense, but what I would like to say, regarding to your question, now you asked me why we even decided to go to university. I think that in a lot of countries, people associate a degree with a job, a stable economy, a stable life, right? So it's all or everything. If you get into college, if you have the money for it, you just go through it. You go to medical school or law or you name it. Stable jobs that make sense and that can bring home the bacon, right?
Yes.
But here in
Denmark,
idea,
I also think I want to add on to that, and a lot of other countries as well. I think mostly in the Middle Eastern countries, an education, an academic background also equals your status in society.
But
which is also an important thing to identities in our culture.
In Denmark, I would say a university degree has got nothing to do with your survival or how comfortable a life you will lead in Denmark, or
thanks to the system,
how your status will be in Denmark. It's just if you want to get a degree at a university, you just do it, and you do it for yourself.
Because we have this welfare system which really protects everybody, and that's why sometimes when I take the train, when I see homeless people, it just made me wonder, how is it even possible that in a country like Denmark, where the welfare system really does everything to protect everybody, regardless of their economic background.
We have something called kontanthjælp, which means financial help. It's a system that ensures you get paid, no matter if you have a job or you don't have a job, but you have to be active in looking for a job. There are some conditions that you have to fulfill. If you are normally waged very highly, then you'll get a pretty high a payment from the government. But if you don't have, you have low income job, you'll get accordingly, right? You have to be active in searching after a job, but you only get content, this financial aid or help from the government if you don't have anything else, like a car you could sell or some money in the bank or something else of value. So the government is there to help you if there's a safety net.
In terms of going to school, how does financing work for school? Because I know it's very different from America.
It's very, very different.
Yeah, well, elementary school, that's free.
Everything is free.
Exactly. You can go to college for free, or high school
for free.
University for free as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to buy your own books once you get to
also,
university.
And also,
but tuition is free.
Tuition is free, and this is what might come as a surprise for a lot of people.
Yeah.
We get paid for going to school.
We get support from the government, but it's not like we are super spoiled, because that amount of money that we get each month, it's not like we can really like live.
It's not that you can
you're
survive
not
on
you're not
it.
getting
But
rich
you can't
off
live
this
in luxury.
stuff.
No, not at all. You need
it's
to get
just
a job.
so you can survive. If you live at home, you'll get, and then they look at your, like how much your parents are earning, and how much your household is earning, and then you get accordingly.
It's distributed fairly. Let's just
exactly.
But
But if you live outside of home, so you live by yourself, then it's the same. It's approximately, I think, $1,000 that you get each month.
So it's enough to pay rent and pay for some food.
Yeah.
And then
just
go to school.
Yeah, basic needs.
I have talked with my parents about it, and also my sister, that how lucky we are to have these opportunities here, because I asked my mom and dad, and yes, the kids in our family, we are 4 siblings, we are very ambitious, because I can be honest about this, we are maybe middle class, maybe a bit under middle class family, and a lot of refugee families are at that point. There are some ex-refugee families, yes, that are making great money, but there are also some that are very struggling. I would say we're somewhere in the middle, right? If we lived in a society like the United States of America, could we afford like 4 children going to university?
Yeah, and because in some places in the United States, you have to prioritize which child you want to invest in, invest in, if you get me.
And that would obviously be me.
It's huge. I have friends coming out of college with $60,000 in debt.
Yeah, there are unfortunately so much potential lost.
And their degree is like in psychology or something, and they, the entry-level jobs don't pay that anywhere close to that.
Exactly.
And so, and of course the interest is running.
Yeah.
Right. So, every year they don't pay. It increases and increases and increases. It's going to pay them. It's going to take them till they're 40 to pay it off. Like, it's insane.
Another thing, if you really need like more money when you're a student, you can get a student loan. Exactly. But it's interest free. It's like the best loan you can get out there. It's interest free, and you have like a couple years when you have graduated to like pay it back. And it's still interest free. That
if there's something that we have said that maybe didn't really make sense, you're very welcome to contact us and ask us what exactly did you mean here, and you said something we didn't really get here, because right now my thoughts are a lot of places, because we have to get to the next activity.
All right, you guys gotta go.